Violence. It is a part of the human experience. Everyone is exposed to it, either through media or by experience. What's more is that often you enjoy it, at least vicariously. Most falling in line with consensual conflict like sports or simulations such as video games. It is our nature, plain and simple, just as war is. And war is something not to be taken lightly. It's brutal, unforgiving, and unfair. Yet Call of Duty has strayed away from what made it so beloved in the first place. Tell me, what invokes more emotion from you? This?
Now I see what you mean about these minigun opposites. Quite formidable. I'm impressed.
Or this? Even the cutscenes have been affected.
Advanced technologies and applications.
Sounds impressive.
It's located in eastern Kentucky. The building is marked as cost per solutions on the surface.
As opposed to...
Marines, we have a possible fix on Al-Assad in the capital city. 1st Battalion is en route. Intel gathered by SAS indicates that Al-Assad may have a Russian warhead. Speed is critical. S teams have been deployed to the area.
Call of Duty used to have an air of seriousness, immersing the player with duty, inspiring you to take up arms and to push forward through the horrors of war. Which has been replaced with Hollywood levels of writing that demean the franchise.
Everyone all right?
Is this your...
Call of Duty's practicability was what gave the franchise the reach to engross many players. The combat was straightforward, the customization was clear to understand, and the sound design grabbed you. Now you have this. Along with engagements that play out as so.
Bad idea.
Take them out.
Sliding, jumping, and drop-shotting has become a staple of multiplayer, which really diminishes the overall experience for players. Instead of worrying about tactical plays such as flanks or overwhelming firepower, you need to worry about inflicting arthritis on yourself just to keep up with the other players.
There's so many grenades.
Why is it that people continue to buy Call of Duty every year? I believe it goes back to what I said in the beginning of this video. People enjoy conflict, and the familiarity of Call of Duty from all these years have conditioned us to know that we will get it easily despite the direction to take. Call of Duty will have players online indefinitely. We form teams and engage in our fantasy to be the hero of the group by dominating the enemy, aiming for first on the scoreboards, to be the last alive in zombies as you make your last stand towards the next round, to make connections with other players, or to listen into some truly unhinged conversations.
Right, shield with a red coming in. Watch out, whoever's in the kennels.
You wouldn't let me smooch your tank.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Call of Duty does not only satisfy our need for conflict, but also itches our social bone. Black Ops 6 focuses more on lightning speed action compared to its predecessors for many reasons that are debatable. My belief is the audience that Treyarch is catering to have short attention spans and must have gameplay that reflect that. It could also be said that I simply need to adapt and get good with the new mechanics instead of whining about what was and what is now. And they're probably right. If the game isn't catering to you, then there are many other options where the combat takes itself seriously. It's just a bummer to see something I grew up with change so drastically from what I remembered. To move on from Call of Duty is disappointing. From what I can tell, most people enjoy this new style of gameplay, and I just have to accept that I don't share that mindset with those players. I simply have to say goodbye to Call of Duty. I wish things could be different, but they aren't. Thank you, Call of Duty, for exposing a side of humanity to me as a young boy that the world isn't sunshine and rainbows. Where the Call of Duty is where people display their most heroic traits in the face of severe danger to themselves and country. Thank you for letting me experience it in the comfort and safety of my home.
I don't think I've fought a single player that had their feet on the ground yet. I mean, I really can't talk. I'm doing the same thing. It's just, you have to in order to keep up.